The ancient Neanderthals were far more than primitive beings. They were the bearers of knowledge, the first gods who walked the earth, teaching early humans the secrets of the cosmos, the passage of the seasons, and the wisdom of the stars. Their legacy did not vanish, but was passed down through bloodlines that still exist today, most predominantly in those with red hair and rhesus negative blood. A genetic inheritance that can be traced from Mesopotamia to the Highlands of Scotland. The Tigris region, birthplace of the ancient bloodline. It was in the fertile lands between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers, known as Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, where the Neanderthal bloodline first mingled their genes with land apes, creating early Homo sapiens. The Neanderthals, possessing advanced astronomical knowledge and an intrinsic understanding of nature, were revered by early human societies. They were not mere primitives, they were gods in the eyes of those they enlightened. This superior lineage carried unique traits, most notably melanocortin-1 receptor gene, responsible for red hair, and the rare rhesus-negative blood type, a genetic marker found in no other primate species. The rhesus-negative blood factor, a true anomaly in human genetics, suggests an origin outside mainstream evolutionary theory. Unlike rhesus-positive blood, which shares a commonality with other primates, rhesus-negative blood remains an enigma. This genetic trait, passed down from the Neanderthals, brought with it heightened sensitivity to anesthesia, immunity to certain diseases, and a distinct resistance to viral infections. The Neanderthal descended elite, adorned with fiery red hair, ruled over early human settlements, imparting wisdom about celestial cycles and agricultural methods, crucial for survival. Indeed, the reason this rare blood is not found in other primates is because Neanderthals evolved from aquatic apes, not land apes. The migration north from the Middle East to Europe. As human populations expanded, waves of migration carried early Europeans from Mesopotamia into the steppes of modern-day Turkey and the Caucasus Mountains, an important genetic crossroads. Archaeological evidence shows that red-haired, fair-skinned individuals were present in the region. Long before the time of the Bronze Age, circa 3000 BCE, these early Europeans had reached the Iberian Peninsula, France, and the British Isles. The mysterious Basque people, who have one of the highest percentages of rhesus-negative blood today, are often cited as the last remnants of a pre-Indo-European population. Indeed, the mitochondrial DNA in the Basque area are from Neanderthal lines that are direct descendants of the ancient Middle Eastern bloodline, preserving both their genetic and cultural uniqueness. The migration into Europe and the red-haired Thracians. As civilizations flourished and populations moved, the Neanderthal-descended bloodline spread across all of Europe and beyond. Their influence is particularly evident in the ancient Thracians, renowned warriors and mystics whose red hair set them apart from the rest of the world. The Thracians were feared and revered for their supernatural abilities, their connection to the gods undeniable. They inherited their knowledge and strength from the Neanderthals, carrying forward the celestial wisdom taught by their ancestors. From Thrace, this red-haired bloodline extended further into the heart of Europe, intermingling with Celtic tribes. The Celts too bore the Neanderthal gifts, many of their ruling class possessing the striking red hair and rare rhesus-negative blood. Their reverence for nature, the deep understanding of astronomy, and their sacred rituals all point back to the Neanderthal gods who first imparted this knowledge in Mesopotamia. The journey to Scotland, the last stronghold of the Neanderthal gods. The great migration of this ancient bloodline led to the misty Isles of Scotland and Ireland, where the highest concentration of rhesus-negative blood and red hair exists today. The Celts who arrived in these lands carried with them the wisdom of their Neanderthal forebears, establishing sacred sites aligned with the stars, much like their ancestors did thousands of years before in Mesopotamia. The megalithic structures found in Scotland and Ireland, such as Calendish and Newgrange, mirror the celestial alignments known to the Neanderthal gods. The Scottish and Irish people, particularly those with red hair and rhesus-negative blood, are the living vestiges of this ancient divine lineage. Today, Scotland has the highest concentration of red-haired individuals in the world, approximately 13%, and the British Isles overall have a high occurrence of rhesus-negative blood. They continue to carry the physical and spiritual legacy of the Neanderthals, the first gods who taught humanity to read the sky and understand the rhythms of the earth. To this day, those with red hair and rhesus-negative blood possess unique genetic traits, heightened intuition, and an innate connection to the unseen forces of nature. Ancient Celtic mythology and historical texts reference beings with pale skin, fiery hair, and unusual abilities. These are Neanderthal traits, preserved through generations. The legendary Tuatha De Danann, mystical, godlike creatures in Irish mythology, have been based on real ancestral memory of unique people carrying these ancient genes. Evidence of Neanderthals across the globe. Throughout the ancient world, towering pyramids, stone circles, and sacred temples stand as silent witnesses to a lost legacy. Across continents and cultures, local myths speak of pale-skinned, red-haired gods with striking blue eyes who arrive from distant lands to impart knowledge of the heavens, agriculture, and the cycles of time. These beings, long revered as deities, are in fact the remnants of an ancient lineage stretching back to the Neanderthals, an advanced and mysterious people whose blood still flows in selected populations today. The Neanderthals were not the brutish primitives often depicted in modern media. Rather, they were a resilient and intelligent race, with complex cultural and ritualistic practices. Genetic studies have confirmed that melanocortin-1 receptor gene, responsible for red hair, was present in Neanderthals. Furthermore, the rare rhesus-negative blood type, found predominantly in European populations, particularly among Basques, the Scottish and the Irish, suggest an inheritance from these ancient beings. But these genetic markers are not only evidence of their legacy, their influence can be traced through the very structures they left behind and the knowledge they bestowed upon early civilizations. From the fertile lands of Mesopotamia and the Tigris-Euphrates region, the Neanderthal-descended peoples spread outward, carrying their wisdom and technology. Their knowledge of astronomy and timekeeping was coded in massive stone structures, aligning with solstices, equinoxes, and celestial events. The megalithic temples of Göbekli Tepe dating back over 12,000 years, are among the earliest known human-built sacred sites, exhibiting sophisticated carvings and alignments that mirror the stars. As these descendants moved northward, they left traces of their advanced understanding in the form of the stone circles of Europe. The Neolithic builders of sites such as Stonehenge and Callanish carried the blood and traditions of the red-haired Neanderthals. These structures were not simply gathering places, but observatories, marking lunar cycles and solar transitions, evidence of an intimate knowledge of the cosmos. Further afield, red-haired deities and gods emerged in local lore, reinforcing the presence of these travellers across the world. In ancient Egypt, statues and mummies of pharaohs with red hair, such as Ramesses II, mark a genetic legacy that predated the civilization itself. In South America, legends of Viracocha, the bearded, pale-skinned god who arrived to teach the Andean people, bear striking similarities to the descriptions of these celestial instructors found in Celtic, Nordic, and Thracian traditions. Ancient Thrace, now part of modern Bulgaria and Greece, was known for its red-haired inhabitants, whose burial sites contain artifacts and symbols reflecting deep astronomical knowledge. These Thracians have descended from the same Neanderthal-linked bloodline that spread across the continents, seeding wisdom wherever they roamed. The sacred temples of Malta, the dolmens in France, and even the pyramids of Central America all share design elements and celestial alignments, suggesting a common source of knowledge. The connection between Neanderthals and the ancient builders of civilization is more than mere speculation. Their genetic traits persist. Their influence can be seen in the most mysterious structures of antiquity, and their myths still echo through the stories of red-haired gods who once walked the earth. As we continue to uncover the truths of our past, it becomes clear that Neanderthal lineage did not vanish, it evolved, leaving behind monuments and bloodlines that still whisper the secrets to those willing to listen. Conclusion: the Neanderthals were not brutish cave dwellers history has portrayed them to be. They were the first great teachers, the deities of early humanity, guiding the course of civilization from Mesopotamia to the furthest reaches of Scotland. Their red-haired descendants, marked by their unique blood and celestial knowledge, continue to walk among us, the last echoes of the first gods who once ruled the earth. Okay, that's going to be all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and join the Discord if you want to chat to some of us, and become a member of the channel if you like my videos, to show your support. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.